In British political memory, the phrase winter of discontent evokes overflowing bins, striking grave diggers, and the collapse of James Callaghan's Labour government in 1979. It was not simply industrial unrest, it was the trigger for a seismic political realignment. Thatcher and her cabinet were ready, waiting, and willing to take power. Fast forward today to 2025, and there are disturbing echoes. The RMT has announced a week-long strike on the London Underground beginning in September. Junior doctors, nurses, and even GPs are considering renewed industrial action. Refuse workers in Birmingham are engaged in protracted disputes, with the streets of the second city already a tableau of neglect. We are once again staring at an autumn of widespread disruption. But here is the crucial difference. In 1979, there was a credible government in waiting. Today, there is no such alternative. Kemi Badenoch whimpers on the other side of the dispatch box. Well, not at the moment. She's on holiday somewhere, probably with her head in the sand, thinking about the chaos that she's caused. Neither the Conservatives in their present disintegrating state, nor Reform UK, 4 members, whose rhetoric is long on protest but short on viable economic solutions, can plausibly form a government. The Lib Dems may grow in influence, but they too are not poised to sweep into power at this moment. We are left, therefore, with one option, the old Churchillian motto, KBO, keep buggering on. So, why is this so dangerous? Because public sector unions seem blind to the fiscal context. Only weeks into office, the Labour government granted substantial pay rises across the public sector, backdated, unconditional, and with no insistence on reform. Workers were given new rights on flexible hours and protections from dismissal. What did the unions do in return? Threaten to cripple the very government that delivered these gains. It borders on suicidal, a self-inflicted death wish reminiscent of 1979. Consider the economic backdrop. Britain will spend more than 100 billion this year servicing its debt. A further 150 billion will be paid into the deficit, compounding the crisis. Twice already Rachel Reeves' fiscal headroom has evaporated, leaving her hunting for tax rises that may not even raise revenue. Taxpayers, after all, can strike too by emigrating, deferring transactions, or resorting to avoidance schemes. The more she squeezes, the more brittle the system becomes. And yet, the unions press ahead. They demand higher wages at precisely the moment when further giveaways would push Britain towards a sovereign debt crisis on the scale of Greece in 2011. If Reeves is forced to go cap in hand to the IMF, the price will be devastating. Mass redundancies, deep public sector pay cuts, and a shredding of pensions. Unions, by their short-term obstinacy, risk engineering the very austerity they fought so long to defeat. Wiser leadership would see this. They would take the 3.4% offer to tube workers, modest but tied to February's RPI, and bank it, waiting for better days. They would recognise that the survival of a Labour government is in their interests, because only Labour, however constrained, is capable of delivering gradual improvements for working people. Instead, they behave as if history taught them nothing. What then is the likely outcome? Not Thatcherism reborn. There is no Thatcher figure, no prepared opposition, no ideological programme ready to seize the moment. Rather, it will be a prolonged drift, paralysis, a sense of national exhaustion. Strikes will grind on, taxes will creep upwards, and the unions will discover too late that their instant satisfaction has helped trigger a fiscal winter harsher than anything the Treasury itself might have chosen. The winter of discontent toppled a Labour government and inaugurated 18 years of Conservative rule. The autumn of discontent of 2025 may not topple Labour, because there is no credible successor, but it could leave Britain leaderless, indebted, and ungovernable. That's the irony. In 1979, the strikes cleared the way for radical change. Today, they threaten to ensure that nothing changes at all, except the deepening of decline.